This is my Paul McCartney Vox Beatle bass rig. It's a reproduction by North Coast Music. It's about 90% from North Coast Music. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. And right now we have a side view that we're looking at. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the trolley. The trolley is also North Coast Music, and there's a funny story behind it. Not really funny, but it's kind of neat, because I've wanted this rig for quite a while, and I used to go on the North Coast website and always check on it. One day I jumped on there and I saw the trolley, and they had 2 left, and he also announced that he's not making any more. So that means there are 2 left and there will be no more. Well, that prompted me to start things up here, and I did get the trolley. Glad I did. Within a week the last one was gone, and I really can't find these anywhere. So this trolley is utterly perfect. It's a work of art, truly a work of art. And you can see, if I can get this going here for you, it has a wheel there, a wheel on the other side. That's where the speaker cabinet's mounted, and those loosen up. And when they loosen, you can tilt the cabinet whichever way you want. I like to tilt it back just a little bit. And so there you have the trolley. Well, that was the first piece that I bought, was the trolley. And next thing that we're going to get is the cabinet. So you've seen a side view of the trolley. You've seen the front of the amp. And I'm going to take a little pause here, and we're going to jump onto the back of the amp and give you a shot of the back. Okay, we're back. Here we go. This is the back of the cabinet. It has my amp on top of it. And it is a 4-ohm cabinet. When you buy these, you have your choice. You can get a 4-ohm or a 16-ohm. And I happen to get a 4-ohm because that's it's the most common cabinet for modern day amps. The old Vox amps were 16 ohms. And here you can see where you plug the speaker plug. It's like an XLR for a mic, but it's wired different, so you can't use a mic cable. And then that just goes up the back, and that's what goes into your amp up here. And so pretty much that's the back of the cabinet. Again, we'll go up and down. Real nice brass screws. The cabinet has 2 15-inch bass speakers, and they're each rated at 300 watts RMS. You do not have to get the speakers with the cabinet. Put your own speakers in there. But I did not want to fool around with matching up and sizing and hooking up speakers in there, taking it apart. So I thought it was best just to get the whole setup, and I'm glad I did. You also have to mount your cabinet to the trolley. And that was a little tricky, but it's very doable. And the gentleman at North Coast Music, he gave me very clear and specific instructions, which really made it very, very simple to get the job done. And it's done really good. Everything's perfect about it. So that brings us up to the amp head. You can see that is not a Vox amp. So we're going to get to that in a little bit. I'm going to reposition things here, and we're going to jump back up to the head from the front. Okay, here we go. We're back, and this is the top cabinet. And that is a North Coast Music reproduction cabinet. North Coast Music was licensed and authorized by Vox to build these cabinets, speaker cabinets, the head cabinet, the trolley, everything Vox, to all the Vox specifications of the originals. So these productions are like brand new items of the original. So this is the actual head that Paul used, and it comes as an empty head. And what a lot of the guys do, they'll put their own amp inside. So this was an empty head, and I put my own amp in there. And we're going to walk up here, get a little closer, give you a view, and so you can see from the top that there's just a cavity there. There's really nothing in that part. Should be a grill there, but when you're way back, you really can't tell. Everything looks just the way it's supposed to be. And as you go to the side here, you can see it from the side. And you can see it fits right up close here on the little pegs the way it's supposed to. Has a nice handle there, the logo. And that's what we have. So we're going to take a little break, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to show you what we did in the back. We are back, and I'm going to take you in, and we're going to take a look at the back of the head. Now what I've chosen to do, I took my, this is a Carvin BX500 amp head, and I've used this on quite a few shows without this cabinet. Really nice little head, and it fits in that cabinet perfect. And I'll show you what I did here. I made a little tray to carry the amp, and I can pull this tray in and out and slip it back. And once it's in there, it gets locked in by these little tabs in the back. So when you're playing, it can't come out. Now the back of the amp, see if I can get around over here. I don't know if you can see in there or not. Oh yeah, you can. See, there's the back of the amp, and there's enough room in there for the speakers to go around. Got a couple blocks to hold it in place, so when you're playing it can't vibrate out of there. And that's it. So I'm sure that there are other amp heads you could put in there. This is the one I had, and this is the one I like. It works real good. So the next question that you are probably wondering is, what does this monster sound like? Well, it sounds really good to me. There's plenty of volume. It'll fill up a nice club. And if you're up on stage, it's got plenty of stage volume. It sounds really good. And I've used it a few shows. I like it. It sounds great. And even if I never played anything on this amp, I could just look at it and admire it. To me, it's truly a work of art. So that is my Mccartney bass amp. So in the future, I plan to do some play through it for you. I'll play a few things and let you hear how it sounds. So that'll be coming up. I appreciate you looking at this and hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day and rock on.